greatest burden from tobacco-related diseases. Black Lives, Black Lungs explores how that came to be. The Truth Initiative Tobacco Industry Documents is an archive of over 14 million internal documents made public through litigation and by whistleblowers. The following quotes give insight on the strategic and predatory targeting of the Black community at the hands of the tobacco industry.
Mobile van program established to provide Newport with impactful and cost-efficient sampling of product targeted to reach menthol smokers in a non-traditional manner at home in inner city and ethnic communities.
Growing up, we used to joke around that Black people love menthols.
Now seeing that there was a targeted effort to introduce this form of tobacco to our communities, it's kind of saddening.
Primary target audience: Black inner city youth and adults, 18 plus. Lower income, poorly educated. I wasn't very surprised because I know that it's important to target people who don't have a lot of money for something that is addictive. My dad has smoked throughout my entire life. It makes me feel really sad and disappointed that this is on purpose. Like, people are making money off of this, and it's an addiction and it's wrong and it's costing our family hospital bills.
I'm talking about people as commodities and as a profit, as opposed to people who have lives and families and whole histories behind them, is unethical and immoral, and it is unacceptable.
The cost of a pack of cigarettes seems so high, relatively speaking, that the ghetto smoker has to take a greater financial risk, not even considered in other areas, just to sample a new alternative brand.
When you read the word ghetto smokers, you laughed.
I laughed, but it's so funny that ghetto is synonymous for Black when we are so diverse.
We should stress that marketing efforts to gain Black smokers' attention will involve heavy investment in Black media and possibly a single-minded approach against this target to the virtual exclusion of others. It just reinforces the idea that Black communities are here just to be exploited.
That kind of terrifies me, especially knowing that within my community there's a rampant need to almost attack the community by selling and targeting a specific deadly product to Blacks. That's horrific.
Negro smoke menthols to make their breath feel fresh, to mask this real or mythical odor. They're really trying to make Negroes seem separate from regular people. So when regular people want to freshen their breath, they brush their teeth or eat gum or eat mints. But to assume that Negroes smoke to do that is foolish.
The fastest method of building image in the inner city Black segment is exposure through involvement with the community. It's obvious in my community, it's really obvious. And I grew up in a Black community, predominantly Black. So I see the signs, I see the advertisements on TV, on buses, on store windows. I see it every day.
I spent the entire first day in the Bed-Stuy area, had soul food for lunch and the whole bit, and the one thing that impressed me above all else was poverty. I was a advertising major, so we studied it, and that's actually kind of why I switched my major. Repeatedly, we would study these instances where tobacco reps would go into communities, and then parts of our culture would be hanging up on these advertisements to entice Black communities to smoke. My grandma actually, she smoked for a long time, and she passed from cancer, so it's definitely something that we need to talk about.
Yeah, so how I feel about tobacco companies specifically targeting the Black community to smoke the most deadly part of cigarettes, aka menthol. I again shocked and truly disturbed, and in the same way not shocked, because just the way that Black people have been treated over time, why would this be any different, and about who cares about our health and our well-being and our future,
This discussion will be cultivated on our digital spaces up until the release of a short film in the summer of 2016. Join the conversation.